Check it out, check it out, check it out, y'all. So, if you ever want pizza, like me, but I don't want to eat the pizza, even though I do. Meaning, I want to eat it, but I don't. I haven't in a long time. I took cassava. I think it's definitely a root vegetable. Like a potato, but I have never eaten it like that before in my life. But I do buy the processed flatbread, and it only had, now you have to be careful because sometimes it might have some kind of oil in it or whatever. The garlic ones do. Oh my gosh, that's what I forgot. Garlic, I'll be right back. Okay, that's better. So I didn't want to kill all of my food here in the pizza. You know, I put in the toaster oven with some vegan cheese. The white kind I find doesn't have the wood chips in it. Yes, they put wood chips in food. But I didn't cook the mushrooms or the onions or the garlic. And I put some, and I didn't even cook the oregano and basil. I want everything to be as live as possible. So of course I did cook the sauce, but you don't have to. You can put fresh tomatoes on there if you want. Absolutely. And so, what's wrong with that? You don't have to compromise your health. You don't. Oh my gosh. Wow. You got to put onions on there. Basil, lots of it. Garlic, lots of it. Oh my goodness. By the time I'm done eating this, I'm gonna be better than I am right now. If you want to be beautiful, you have to eat beautiful. Give me a you. So I shall tell you all, except where did it go? Okay. What happened in my nutritionist appointment yesterday? There was no weight gain. There was no weight loss, but there was no weight gain. Woo! I'm grateful. I'm in a zone that I have been trying to get to like forever, in eternity in my life. So I'm so glad for that. I tried on clothes this morning because they were all packed away. Never can touch them because they were just way too small. I can get into them. However, some were just, they're not fitting right because I'm larger in areas than others, you know? And so I just got rid of them. And then there was a couple that I really loved, and I said, you know what? I can almost fit into these particular two skirts. I just love them. They're jean skirts. Love them. Almost. So I need to really press through. I'm telling you all of this so that in case you are in the same situation exactly, or you won't want to, you're leading up to it. So for anybody that doesn't know, I lost a good 40 pounds. Woo, woo, woo. For me, it took it was like a year and 8 months. For the first 7, I literally was just dealing with everything that goes on in here. And I still am. So right now, my nutritionist wants me to think about the why, right? So wait until you're hungry, okay, Lisa, before you eat, okay? So, I noticed today it was almost 1 o'clock that I ate. And what I did was, during my Bible study, the lady who runs it, who was Stephen's, my late husband's boss's wife, she puts out, like banana bread, which I had the tiniest, like you could see through it, okay? That's how slivered up it was. Banana bread, and I wanted to be kind. I did want to taste it, I'm gonna be honest, but I did do it a lot. Most of it was, this lady went out of her way to bake it, so let me try a little bit of it. So I did that, and she has cookies, and then she has all these beautiful fruits and vegetables. So at 10 o'clock in the morning, I get to just eat cauliflower and broccoli and carrot sticks and celery sticks and grapes and strawberries and blackberries and hummus and avocado dip. And I'm just like, in my glory. Don't mind me, I'm kind of disshuffled right now. I am decompressing, if you will, in my life. I am, and it's awesome. I'm so glad. So there's a couple of things that I've been doing. I gotta tell you, because it's super important that when you're trying to be healthier, what is your goal, right? So I went out and I celebrated with a blooming onion. I'm sorry, I don't know if you guys know what that is. It's a humongo blooming onion that they fry. They batter it up and then they fry it up, and there's like, I thought there was 1,000 calories, but I think it is 2,000. But you know what? It was not coming apart the way I wanted it to so easily, and this is my favorite place, and I don't know what was happening, but I saved half of it for today, and then I got in the car and I was like, Lisa, you don't even have to eat that. And I was just like, yeah, you do. So I said, you know what, let me eat it. And I did, and I enjoyed it, and I wanted it. And, you know, I don't know. I'm not really positive. I'm not a big fan of like reaching out and driving an hour just to do that again, you know? But I my daughter likes some things that are over there too. Anyway, so the thing is, you have to own up to what it is that you are doing, right? So Sunday, I ate all healthy food, but I ate way more calories than I needed. You know what I mean? So she's saying, Lisa, we have to zone in more importantly right now on the why you're doing that, you know? And I know that when I cook food like lentil soup, or I made a lentil loaf this past weekend, and it was awesome. And it had, I draped some sauce over it. It had no sugar barbecue sauce in it. And that was just wonderful. And so that's when I cook volumes of food, I figured out today why I eat more when I'm at the stove. I personally need two things. One is I need to track my calories. Even still, I go on and off with it, but right now I'm in the zone of, okay, Lisa, we're getting really to the nitty gritty of things here, and we gotta like push, because the spring is gonna be coming. We still have more of the winter to go through. So the good weather is gonna be coming eventually, and I am gonna get out there walking, and I want to get this off of me. All of this has gotta go. It's just like, you know, when they sell a house and they say everything has to go, we're having an estate sale, we're having an estate weight loss program here. Because I got the majority of the healing in here done, but I noticed the other day I was eating pumpkin seeds and I started going faster. As soon as I started thinking, I started getting like afraid in my mind about something, and I was just like, oh my gosh, and I started like going faster, but I was conscious of it this time, right? So like I remember the days that I wasn't conscious of anything. I wasn't admitting anything to myself. I would just eat, whatever it was. I could eat a whole pound of pasta, it didn't bother me, you know what I mean? And so that's what I'm saying. It's like, so now I say, Lisa, are you hungry? So we're being more mindful. And you know what I did today? It was so nice. I mean, to myself, I'm working each section in my room. I'm going through it because I look at everything and I'm just like, it's not peaceful in here to me anymore, you know, in my own room. And I'm like, I need to make more peaceful. That means I gotta eliminate some things here. So rather than go through the whole room, spend days and days on it, I'm spending days and days on it, but I'm doing sections at a time. We're talking like just like maybe a drawer, you know, and then go on my day. We're talking about maybe like just on top of the dresser another day, the table another day, in the corner over there another day, you know, and then by the, you know, every time I sit back on the, like when I'm going to bed, I look at everything and I'm like, wow, it looks so much better. And every time I do that, I might skip a day, but every time I do that, it gets better and better and more delightful and more delightful. And it makes it easy to breathe, and I'm giving away things and I'm like, yes, you know. So I found myself sitting on the bed and I literally my feet were on the floor and I just put my head in the pillow and I said, I found myself inside here. I wasn't speaking it yet, but I did out loud. I said, good girl. I said, you're a good girl, Lisa. And I was like, yeah. And then I just kept, and then finally I tapped myself and I was like, yeah, I said, you're a good girl. And I patted myself on the head. And I found that to be important. And I keep doing that about anxiety too. I'm like, Lord, I'm here. You know, I'll say it in my head, or sometimes, usually I notice, you have to notice things, right? Be vigilant. That's what it means. So in the morning when I wake up, I notice that's when I get attacked the most with anxiety. And so I will be like, I'll say it in my head, I'm here, Lord, I'm here, Lord. But then I notice I have to really fight the good fight of faith. And I'm like, I'm here, Lord. Come inside. Come open. I open the door. Just come inside, I'm here, Lord. And I have to fight it harder just for like a little bit extra versus I'm like, I'm here, Lord, I'm here, and shut the radio off. It's just like, you got to notice those times and when it's coming, when those voices, you have to be more alert and more aware. And so, yeah. And then I said, you got this, Lisa, you can do it. I was talking about the weight loss and all, and to myself, I'm like, you got this. And I was tapping myself in the head and just giving myself that self-love, and then there are mornings that I find myself, I'll wake up in the morning time, but it's not yet time to wake up. And my eyes won't be open. And then I'll find myself having worry. And then I'll actually say to myself in my head, I like, Lisa, I'm having a conversation with myself. And I go, Lisa, the Lord has a plan for your life. See? So I constantly remind myself, Lisa, God has a plan for your life. And it's not one to hurt you or to harm you. It's a really great plan. It's one to prosper you. And then I say, so there's nothing wrong, nothing's going on. Nothing bad is happening, Lisa. It's okay. Go back to sleep. You're safe. It's all right. And I go, okay. And I do. It's just like, I'm like talking sensibility into my brain and it's working. So she wants me to look at the why. Why am I wanting food right now? Is it time? Am I really hungry? And the other thing was, Lisa, you don't need 7 to 10 dates, Why are you doing that? Because she was also saying, like right now, I wanted another slice of that. I have the calories, right? And I'm saying, but you know what? Like she was trying to tell me that my body may not need another slice of that. Go, if you want something else, first of all, ask yourself, what are you hungry? Like right now, I'm not hungry. I could probably go till tomorrow and be fine. I'm going to have my one last shake because I want to get my sea moss inside of my being with more garlic and more vitamin C and greens, and it's going to be great. And then that'll be it. And it's only 3:30 right now. I noticed that the time sometimes gets a little bit earlier and I just shut the night off with food. So just being more vigilant, more aware of what I'm doing, what I'm thinking, why. And I hope this helps you, to just be more mindful of what you're putting into your being. And so I was trying to get to you about the story about, I love these things, like when I tell you. And I love it when they feel exactly right. So good. So what I do is when I was telling you about my boss's wife, we have a Bible study. My boss. I don't have a boss. I mean, I do. Stephen's boss's wife. I go to my Bible study, okay? And she puts all these things out and I just fill my plate up. So there's another behavior I'm doing, right? So during the Bible study in the past, all of this time, I will get up and I will keep getting coffee during the study. I will keep getting up, getting more food, right? Even though it's healthy. I heard this one lady talk about the French people and how they don't walk around with bags of chips in their house. And when they're done eating, they walk away from it. Well, okay. So I said, let me put as much as don't be just like, put a little bit there where it's going to make you, I have to know that I'm about to enter into some delicious food here. So I put a lot on my plate, not a gazillion amounts, but I put a nice amount that I know that I'm going to be satisfied because I'm a volume eater. Okay. I admitted that. So I'm trying to just say, okay, we're going to do this and then we're going to eat here and talk to the people. And then it's going to go study time, or maybe I'll bring it to the table and eat it there. And then we'll have our study. And then what happens is everybody goes back to the food and they start eating. I'll just grab a couple of things and then I go home. So it's so much different. I'm trying to just like, okay, you're done with that. Let's walk away. You know what I mean? So let your body digest. And I'm trying to stay in my calories now. And I'm thinking about the why. And I still didn't get to my point, was that this morning, what I did, I took a whole mango, because I eat a mango a day and I could do easily 2 a day, but I'm not going to for money's sake. I like to chop it up. I wash the skin. I cut it all up. I get all that delicious meat off of it, and I never peel. Oh no, we never peel the skin. The skin is one of my favorite parts. Probably better than the inside to me. I know it has a ton of nutrition. Yes, it does. I know. He wants to stay close to me, I know. Okay, so so what I did this morning is I cut this up, right? I gave my bunny a little bit, and I put 7 almonds on there. I put an avocado. I sliced it all up. Instead of putting it on a rice cake, I'm trying to eat even more less processed, even though I did my cassava. See, things are done in small steps. You know what I mean? Things have to be done in baby steps if you want to be successful, because you have to exercise that muscle, right? You're working on your biceps. Oh yeah, keep working it. You're working it. You're working it. You know, you have to do things in baby steps. And when you get really good at that, then you can move up to more or more weight, whatever. You know what my point is? And so I made a night, I took my cutting board. It's my latest thing that I've been putting stuff on. And I put some cauliflower on there, my avocado, I cut it all up. I didn't even put any spices or anything on it. I just want to enjoy its natural flavor. So I did that. And then I took it in the living room and I put on a prairie movie, and I slowly enjoyed myself, you know? So, and I felt really good. And then I just had that, and then I'll have a nice, beautiful smoothie of sorts of wonderful things. And I had an orange earlier, and I'm just trying to nourish my body with constant nutrition, mostly live. And that was the other thing she noticed, was that, Lisa, I know you, and you thrive physically and mentally when you eat most raw foods. And it's so true. I love the colors. I don't feel horrible. I mentally feel terrific. I feel better. I feel like a better human. You know what I mean? When I'm eating all this beautiful nutrition and it's mostly raw, less cooked foods. It's great. It's just great. So I hope that helps you, because it does for me. And we have to exercise. I do an hour a day at least, if not more, just by moving in the living room. Just by moving. It could be swaying, it could be dancing, put the music on, it could be with my weights. When the nicer weather comes, I'll go outside for a walk. You know, there's all kinds of exercise shows on YouTube. There's like constant, you know. And I notice that if I'm out and about, I might stand longer, like if I'm talking to somebody, rather than just sitting all the time. Just, you know, standing, I might park further away or take the stairs, or just always kind of stay in the motion, you know. Do a couple of, my famous thing is sitting in the car, and instead of just leaning back on the seat, just sit up just a little bit. That way there, when you're going up a hill, you know, your stomach's working it, you know. You have to constantly use it or you're going to lose it. So right now, since it's a little past 3, I'm going to pray the Divine Mercy Chaplet, give myself some digestive time, right? And then I'll come back, I'll say all my prayers, and then I'll come back and make the drink, and that'll be the last thing. We'll exercise for the rest of the night, and we will feel good. We've been productive for the day. I got a lot of sewing to do tonight, and I'm going to watch this great prairie movie. And I'm going to be better today than I was yesterday, or even 5 seconds ago. I'm better now that I had that cassava pizza. Oh yeah.